The year 2000 was a dark time for Sri Lanka. The country was ravaged by a civil war and a crumbling economy. To make things worse, the opposition, the UNP, did everything to cripple the government's war efforts. As the president had no majority in the parliament, she needed permission from the opposition to do anything. This made the government lose heavily to the Tamil rebels. By that time, the rebels had taken control of almost all of northern Sri Lanka, except for the very northern tip called the Jaffna Peninsula. As the rebels were closing in on the peninsula, many Western international groups asked the government to give up. But the government didn't want to hand over the only remaining territory they had in the north. The government asked help from India to provide them with weapons to fight off the rebels. The then Indian Prime Minister refused any help to Sri Lanka. There is no question of sending or selling arms to Sri Lanka. Both are ruled out, Mr. Vajpayee said. As the situation was getting worse, the government imposed a situation of emergency in the island and diverted all government funds to the war by halting development projects. Out of desperation, the president went to Pakistan to ask for help. Pakistan happily provided much needed weapons to Sri Lanka and also flew in their soldiers to train the Sri Lankan soldiers in active combat, or in other words, Pakistani soldiers themselves participated in the battle. Sri Lanka successfully prevented the rebels from advancing. If not for this help, the rebels would have taken over the entire north.